Morning, evening, afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining us live or on demand. We hope you're all having a great week so far. My name is Brandon Rees, Product Marketing Manager here at EMQ Technologies. And today, I'm really happy to be joined by Larry Wang, the founder and CEO of FoloToy. Thank you for joining us today, Larry. We're excited. We're excited to dive into how MQTT and AI together are shaping the future of consumer electronics, and specifically how AI-powered toys can deliver that real-time, intelligent, and overall engaging experience for children. So Larry will kick things off by sharing FoloToy's journey, how they're combining AI and connectivity to build smarter and more interactive toys. Then I'll take the stage to break down MQTT's role in really enabling AI-driven, toys at scale. So why it's a go-to protocol, and why it's fast, reliable, secure communication. We'll also look into how EMQX enhances these capabilities to deliver ultimately the best possible experience, right? So before we dive in, just a quick note on some housekeeping things. The session will run for about an hour. Larry and I will each present, and then we'll wrap up with a Q&A session at the end. At the tail end of my portion, we will also kick off a live poll. Please do share your feedback and thoughts and take the time to fill that out. Reason being, that is what we use to curate and make sure that these sessions are, better and better each time that we do them. So if you do have any questions, do drop them in the chat anytime, and we'll get to them at the end. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get started, and over to you, Larry.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry, the CEO of FoloToy. We create a lot of AI toys in past of the year. We made sunflowers, cactus, and AI teddy bears. Tonight, I'm glad to share the AI toy making journey to people who want to know how we build the toys. Thank you.
Larry, did you want to go ahead and open up your slides? And then you can start going through that.
Okay.
Thank you. I just didn't see it, sorry.
Hello, everyone. In this slide, I will show how I use MQTT and AI together to build many fantastic AI toys. In the past year, I just used EMQX platform and large language models together to build AI toys. Let's begin. In this slide, I have 7 parts to show how I learn MQTT and learn large language model and use the MQTT and large language model to build AI toys. Let's begin. The part 1, I will tell a story about how I met the EMQ and the MQTT. I am a software engineer. In my career, I like to play. Is that okay?
Larry, so sorry to interrupt. We don't see the transitions of the slides you're going through. It's not in presenter view. I know you're on the founding story there with Raspberry Pi, but it's not being shown on the screen share.
Okay. I don't know why my screen sharing is paused.
Yeah, I can see your screen now. It's just in the scaled out view, but I think it's okay.
Okay. That's going on. First part, I will tell the personal story about how I, from a hacker project to a technology project. Okay. Yeah. In my career, I am a software engineer. I like to play with smart devices, such like Raspberry Pi. I have many Raspberry Pi in my home. I want to connect it to my Raspberry Pi at home from my office. So I want to find a way, a light way to connect to my Raspberry Pi at my home. So I found EMQ. I just built I just write some scripts to run on the Raspberry Pi and some script on the browser. So the Raspberry Pi can connect to the EMQ cloud, and my browser can connect to the EMQ cloud too. So they can reach each other with the WebSocket on MQTT. So I published an open source project on my GitHub. I use MQTT and Extern to build a fantastic way to operate the remote Raspberry Pi at home. So I fall in love with MQTT. I think the EMQ platform can provide a very useful way to management the Raspberry Pi, and such as as many as IoT devices at home. So I know and use the technology. So when I build the AI toys, the first tech stack in my head is to use MQTT. So I choose MQTT and EMQ to build our AI toys. So what is the AI toys, and what is the mission and the vision of FoloToy? So FoloToy is the word follow and toy. I combine the two words together. It means toy can help children to learn and play and be and then can be the children's friend. So we built a lot of kind of AI toys, such as AI Cactus, AI Sunflower, AI Panda, and AI Teddy Bear. When we start the AI toy project, we start we start on the Twitter, now the X platform. We publish my thought and the ideas how to create the AI toys in the internet, and the engineering in the world, in many countries, contact me and help me to build the AI toys, and we build a community on the world. So on the first day of the on the first day of my making AI toy journey, we built a global position platform. We made a startup in Singapore and built R&D centers in China, Beijing, and Shanghai. We start to learn what is the large language model and how to use the large language model to help children to use it, and use the large language model to help children to learn and play. So when we build the toys, we found the toy it is also IoT device. So we need a platform to manage the toys and the devices. So I found the EMQ platform is a good solution to build this AI platform. So the toys, the parents on the world everywhere to buy our toys. So we need to build a global system to make our users to use the toys easily. And why we create the AI toys? Because at the end of the 2022, we met the ChatGPT. I use it every day, and I know it is very useful to everyone, even the children. So I launched the first AI toys in July 2023. And we use GPT to we integrate the GPT into the toys and made the children can use the GPT easily. So the toy journey is beginning. And in the journey we built the toy. I published everything on my Twitter, so people who followed me can easily know the journey about the toy, making the toy. So we when the time when the user became more and more, we built the world's largest AI toy community, and a lot of fathers and a lot of software engineers come to our community and help us to build the toys. They want to build a toy for their children. They want to build a toy for their friends' children. So we engage users through the interactive platforms and events to meet more possibilities to help children to use the cutting edge technologies. So FoloToy is is an AI toy to help children to learn and play, use large language model. The AI toy revolution. I have two children. They have many toys at our house. So but the toys are also static. They cannot talk. They cannot speak. They cannot answering children's question. So I want to use a large language model to make the toys to act as a person. So I think the AI toy can be more interesting when it integrates the large language model. So the toy I create are also conversation toys. It means in answering children's listening children's and answering the questions. So all the conversation AI toys need a real time interaction. So when children when children ask a question, the toy gathering the audio and send send audio to our server, and our server process the audio data and answering the question, and make the toy to speak the play the audios and to make the children to continue to talk with the toy. So so a low latency conversations is very important features for this toy. And as a technology architecture, we use the MQTT to management the event, such as when the toy get a command to stop recording or to play the audio, we send the commands on the MQTT channel. And when the server has some messages, we use MQTT to send the message to the toy and make the toy to do some actions to answering the people's question. And when we use the MQTT solutions to build the AI toys, we just use the exist technology stack to build the new the new devices. We redefined the education through the AI driven. All the points can integrate the large language model and provide the education benefits to everyone. When the people, when the children have a toy, they can they can ask the toy questions they unknow or the parents unknow. They can practice with the toy toy to learn languages, and even they have they don't need a teacher to teach them the languages such as when we in China we can learn English easily with this toy. The part four, we when we build this the AI toys, we made some technology changes and how and we use the EMQ to the EMQ solutions in our project to solve the problems. The large challenge is to scaling the AI toys globally. We have many users in many countries, in USA, in Japan, or in Canada, or so how they use the large language model they want to use, they want to choose, and whenever they in the place or in the world, they can easily connect to the internet, to our server, to make the toy work great. So the first is the real-time interaction with no latency. We use the MQTT to speed up the messages across the countries, and we use the global edge nodes to speed up the toys connection. Also, we use the EMQ platform use MQTT protocol to manage the device and the toys concurrently. We use the group topics to process many messages at one time, and handling a network and connection and disconnections quickly. When we use the EMQ to build the to make our system stable. The EMQ platform can have many features to help us to build auto connect and offline messaging scripts to make our toys work better and better. So use the EMQ, we can easily set up a global solutions, global system to make people in many countries to use the system smoothly. Okay, the next. So I will have a demo to show our AI toys. I take AI sunflower and AI teddy. Okay, we all these toys are connected to EMQ server or EMQ broker.
小朋友你好，
Okay,
我是成长在知识海洋的小熊乐乐。今天你遇到了什么有趣的事情呢？我没有听清楚，你可以再说一遍
okay.
吗？
This is AI teddy boy. I cloned my voice and make the AI teddy to use my voice to speak, and it can speak Chinese, English, and other languages. And the default language is Chinese. So I want to talk with it and ask it to use English to say hi to everybody. Can you say hi to people?
小朋友，你说的是如何与人交流吗？
you must use English to say hi to everybody.
Oh, I see. You want to know how to say hi to everyone in English? That's easy. Here are some friendly ways to greet people. Hello. This is a classic and polite way to say hi. 2. Hi there. This is a bit more casual and friendly.
Okay.
3. Good morning.
Can you create a English story to everyone?
Sure. Here's a short and fun English story for everyone. Once upon a time, in a colorful forest, there lived a curious little squirrel named Sammy. Sammy loved to explore and discover new things. One sunny morning, he found a shiny, golden acorn.
Okay.
Wow, this is the most beautiful acorn I've ever seen.
The story is long, so I
我没有听清楚，
stop it.
你可以再说一遍吗？
Okay. Also, a sunflower, it can act as a real sunflower. Okay, I open it. I turn on it.
我是你的好朋友暖暖，随时准备陪你一起探索奇妙的世界。快来和我分享你的想法和问题吧。
All the messages between the server and the toy use the MQTT and the EMQ to send the messages. So let's have a try. Can you speak English and tell me a story about the EMQ?
Sure. Here is a story about the Yankees. Once upon a time, there was a young man from the north of the United States, which people often call the Yankee.
Okay, the story is long. I stop it.
没有听清楚，
Okay.
你可以再说一遍吗？
Okay. Please go ahead. So I just make a hobby project to a startup. Yeah, we now have a startup and have more than 10 people in my startup to work together to build many toys. We built early prototype and migration the Raspberry Pi terminal logic to AI toys, and we use the Raspberry Pi to build the prototype, and then we build in public in the Twitter to make our product to everybody, and use the EMQ to speed up our server platform, and we achieved a good result. We use the EMQ broker to achieve 14% faster than our previous solutions, and reduce device disconnections rate from 5% to 0.1%, and we based on the EMQ broker to speed up our project development. So we can make my hobby project to a mass production quickly, almost in several months. Okay, go ahead. So I will show some project results and the global expansion to everyone. And now the market data, we have more than 10 countries users and more than 9 languages in our production. Tens of thousands of devices online global every day. In the 2025, we want to build and validate a million level concurrency device across the EMQ platform. We also want to build some products to provide to our charging, such as Steam, and connect more partnerships to our agency to sell the AI toys in global market. Okay, next. So what is the future of the AI toys? I think the future is infinite. We can now our toys are conversational toys. With the multimodal, we can build. We can add some camera or more sensors on these toys. Can make the toy more funny and more interesting. Please go ahead. Okay, yeah. So the technology roadmap of our toys, we want to add more sensors, voice visions, and more sensors to build a powerful toys. But also we want to make the device more comforting and even to run some localized LLM on this toy. So also we want to co-developing tools with EMQ and many others platforms to make the engineers to build their own toys easily. Also can make some API integration with educational platform like academic platform to make charging to gather the knowledge more easily. Okay.
Real quick too, I did see that Thomas had raised his hand. Thomas, if you could please share your question in the chat there, we're more than happy to answer it live. Just wanted you to know that we did see and are excited to see what you were going to say.
Okay. If you want to contact us, can find our homepage or on my Twitter. Can connect me or there's a link of our online store, Shopify store, and now we provide a free delivery to almost all of the country. Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Larry. We did see a question come in from Ken. I know we were going to do these at the end here, but let me spool up my stuff too. The question we got was, who will pay for the ChatGPT 4.0 cost? Will your sale price already include that service when you buy the toy, or is that still a responsibility that the consumer needs to do?
Okay. The first when the customer first buys the toy, we combine with 1 month subscription or 12 months subscription. If the subscription is right, the consumer need to buy the service by themselves to continue to use the toy. They need to subscribe. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the question. Please, if you have any more, let us know and we will get to them as we go along here. All right. So now that we've heard how AI powered toys are evolving in front of us, right? I wanted to take a step back and talk about really the technology that it makes it more seamless with real-time interaction possible, right? And that being MQTT here, right? So some quick background for those that aren't familiar. MQTT, which once stood for Message Queuing Telemetry Transport. Now it's just the acronym, right? They pulled that back. But it was developed in the 90s by Andy Stanford Clark and Arlen Nipper while they were working at IBM. And it was originally designed for SCADA systems in oil and gas, right? So where connectivity was incredibly limited, bandwidth was expensive, and reliability was crucial, right? So that's why it's still considered to be the gold standard today for IoT applications. And at its core, MQTT really follows a publish-subscribe model. meaning that devices don't have to really maintain that direct connection to each other. So instead, messages are routed through a broker like EMQX, making communication more scalable, efficient, and event driven. So it's also incredibly lightweight. So messages can be as small as just 2 bytes, making it really ideal for those low power battery operated devices. And that's why it's so widely used in really everything from smart sensors to AI powered toys, right? So because it keeps communication fast, even in those constrained environments. Question there is, what kind of information do you send through EMQX? Larry, I believe that one's for you from Sean as to the information that we share.
Okay. All the messages the device want to use are sent by MQTT and the EMQ broker, such as when the mic carries the data, we run a VAG model on the server. We found the audio is stopped. We send an event from the server to the device, and so all the messages the device needs are sent by the sensor user MQTT protocol.
Great, thank you, Larry. And Sean, I do have an architecture slide a little bit later on, so we'll delve back into that again. Jumping back here, reliability is key with MQTT, right? And so there's 3 QoS or quality of service levels that really are going to ensure that your messages are delivered at the right level. So there's QoS 0, which is at most once. And that's basically fire and forget. There's no real guarantees, best for non-critical data, right? And then there's QoS 1, which is it's at least once. So it's going to ensure that your message is received, but it could be duplicated. So this is the most commonly used level today. And then the last one, QoS 2. So exactly once, the most reliable, and this is going to ensure that there's no duplicates, and it's great for data integrity because of that, right? But it does come with more overhead. So when we talk about making AI-powered toys here, and making them feel responsive and scalable and secure, MQTT is at the heart of kind of that connectivity. And again, we'll look at an architecture diagram here soon. And EMQX takes it even further. And now I want to really jump into how, right? So now that we've covered, MQTT at a 1,000-foot view, I wanted to talk about what we're doing to take it to the next level through EMQX, right? So the platform is really designed to be that all-in-one solution. So it's the whole goal is to be able to unify devices, both new and old, that speak different communication protocols, right? The cloud itself has native translation capabilities, but we also have another solution that's deployed at the edge, not as applicable here, called Neuron EX, but think of that just as an edge gateway that you would deploy, on a manufacturing floor or any area that has dispersed different devices, right? Translates to MQTT, funnels it up, and then the broker is able to manage the pass-through. Enterprise grade performance, internal benchmarks, we were able to achieve up to, north of 100 million device connections, with 1 million message throughput with millisecond latency. And then our data integrations, wanted to make it as easy to use as possible. We realized that, a lot of companies already have existing backend systems they want to tie into. So rather than having to adopt the platform, have to code in and build those things out yourself, we try and provide a lot of those backend integrations out of the box, right? So today, a little bit north of 40, but this is definitely a growing number as we continue to work with folks and learn their needs, right? So quick overview of what we do at EMQ, just for those that aren't familiar. And now that we covered why, MQTT is a great fit and how EMQX ultimately enhances it, I wanted to take another step back and look at how really everything fits in a real world architecture, right? So on the left, we do have our edge devices, and these could be AI powered toys, sensors, industrial machines, or even autonomous vehicles. And they generate data in various formats, and they're going to use those different communication protocols that I mentioned, right? And this is where EMQX comes in, right? Sitting at the core of this architecture here, it acts as that central hub that's going to ingest, process, and route those messages in real time. So EMQX, as I mentioned, supports multiple protocols beyond MQTT, like HTTP, WebSocket, and many others. And this is going to ensure that seamless device integration. Message routing and the rules engine, they aren't just blindly passed along. They can be filtered. You can transform them, you can enrich them based on your business rules before they reach their destination, right? So another big theme here, security and authentication, to ensure that your data is secure and transmission, even at rest, right? Every device and connection is protected with encryption, authentication, and access to different control policies. And on the right, we have the destination for your data, right? So this could be cloud services, databases, analytics platforms, or even AI models that are going to process the information in real time there. We have webhooks, data bridges, plugins that are going to allow integration with those third-party platforms like AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Kafka, and other standard databases. So, for example, AI-powered toys can send voice interactions to the cloud, where AI models analyze the data, return a response, all in milliseconds. Right? You saw the demo that Larry did. It was very conversational. There was no multi-second wait period. It felt very natural. Right? So um, with this architecture in place, EMQX is ensuring that IoT devices, right, whether they're AI-powered toys, industrial sensors, or connected vehicles, they can communicate really efficiently, secure, and in real time, more importantly. So what does this look like in action? I wanted to now take you through how high-level architecture of FoloToy and EMQ look, right? So on the left, we have AI-powered toys. And also, we did publish a case study on our website. So if you do want to sink your teeth into this and look and learn more, it is there. Happy to share the link there. But we do have AI-powered toys that are each capable of capturing real-time interaction data, right? So whether it's voice input, movement, or environmental sensing, it's going to create that engaging and immersive experience for the children using them. And these devices need to exchange information quickly, right, to be able to deliver that experience. So in the center, EMQX plays that key role in ensuring that the fast and efficient communication is happening. So using MQTT, it enables that real-time data exchange between the toys, AI systems, and it's going to help facilitate that smooth and responsive interaction, right? Which I realize is a little repetitive there, right? But do want to stress that point. It is important for this. And on the right, you'll see where the AI processing happens, right? So the data from the toys is sent to the FoloToy AI agent cluster, where advanced technologies like large language models, as Larry mentioned, speech recognition or ASR, and real-time decision making or RAG are going to come together to analyze input and generate those intelligent responses. And this communication between the AI models and the connected devices, what makes it real time, right? And for AI powered toys to feel truly interactive, it's not just about connectivity. It's about making interactions feel instant, natural, as I said, and making sure that uptime is constant. So now that we have an understanding kind of EMQ's architecture and how EMQ and FoloToy kind of operate together, I wanted to take a look at the bridge between AI and real-time interactions as the next phase. So as we know, right, and as Larry showed, AI-powered toys are really transforming play in general, right? So making those interactions more engaging, intelligent, dynamic, giving your children essentially a friend, right, a companion. And they can recognize voices, respond to questions, and even adapt to your child's behavior in real time, right? But for some of these experiences to feel really seamless, obviously, well, as we covered before, speed is everything, right? So when when your children ask their toy a question, they're going to expect an instant response, right? And any real delays are going to break that immersion that makes the toy feel less, intelligent. So that's why, again, reliability, real-time connectivity, it's so important for this application, right? So these toys need a communication system that can deliver ultra low latency, that scales effortlessly, to support millions of devices. I know today it's tens of thousands, but the ceiling is high, right? And it's going to ensure that those messages do get through, right? And this is exactly where MQTT comes in, right? As we covered earlier in the intro of it, it's incredibly lightweight, it's efficient, it's purpose built for real time, real bidirectional communication, and that makes it the ideal protocol for these types of AI driven interactions at scale, right? So now that we've covered that, I wanted to take a closer look at why MQTT is the perfect fit for enabling these real-time interactions, right? And we covered some of this already, so I'll quickly go through it. But low latency is a big one, right? So again, when your child talks to their toy, they expect that instant response, right? So just like they would with a friend. So if there's even a slight delay, again, it's broken, and we need to ensure that these are happening in real time, keeping the conversation smooth and natural, like we're having here. And AI powered toys aren't just obviously in one house, right? They're in homes across the world, right? And children may have multiple, right? So whether there are a dozen devices or millions, MQTT and EMQX, they're going to help you scale effortlessly. You're going to handle those massive amounts of that simultaneous connection really without any slowdowns or degradation. As we know, kids don't care if the Wi-Fi drops for a second, right? They just want their toy to work. So MQTT automatically reconnects and ensures that none of those messages are lost. So the experience will stay uninterrupted and just feel more seamless. And AI-powered toys do process sensitive data, right? And that means that privacy matters, right? As it does for all IoT instances, but this is particularly sensitive, right? So MQTT is going to ensure that all of those communications are encrypted end to end, so every interaction remains secure there. So now that we understand why MQTT is the best, real fit for real-time AI experiences, wanted to talk a little bit about how EMQS makes it easy to deploy at any scale, right? So whether in the cloud, on-prem, or at the edge. And to do that, wanted to give an overview of kind of what our offerings to interface with EMQX are, right? So we realize that not every business has the same needs, right? Some companies want a fully managed cloud service, while others need total control of their infrastructure. And EMQX provides that flexibility to meet those unique demands. So quickly going through these, serverless, that's going to be kind of more ideal for getting started. So if you're in the early stages of development or need a lightweight solution, EMQX serverless is a great fit for that, right? It's fully managed. They have a pay-as-you-go service that auto scales with your demand. And so it's perfect for things like prototyping, AI-powered toys before scaling up. Next, dedicated. That's going to be for more large-scale reliability. So for organizations that are going to be needing that dedicated cloud environment, EMQX Dedicated provides that isolated, high-performing infrastructure with those guaranteed uptimes, right? So it's going to be ideal for managing AI devices at scale. So moving on here, BYOC or bring your own cloud. that's going to give you more full control and managed support. So some businesses require that complete control over their cloud environment, so while still benefiting from a managed service, right? So you won't have to bring people on board and have to build and support this. Bring Your Own Cloud is going to let companies deploy EMQX in their own cloud accounts, and that's going to ensure compliance, data regulations, and internal policies. That's a big one we've seen for HIPAA in the medical space. And then Premium, which was one of our more recent solutions under the fully managed cloud offerings. That's going to be more enterprise grade with more enhancements from the enterprise platform, which we'll get to in a second. So for those businesses that need that, those advanced capabilities, EMQX Premium really adds dedicated storage, things like cluster linking, and dedicated storage. Dedicated account management, right? So for that enhanced security, scalability, and support. So gradually as we go, it grows with your needs and criticality, right? So closing this slide out with enterprise. So this is going to give you the most flexibility. So for mission critical applications, EMQX Enterprise is going to give you that highest level of customization and security. So this is deployable on any cloud, hybrid or fully on-premise infrastructure. This option is really built for businesses that require those strict compliance, complete data sovereignty, and the 24/7 support. So really, no matter which deployment model businesses choose, EMQX is going to ensure that seamless scalability, high availability, and robust security, no matter which one of these you use, right? And speaking of security, I really wanted to then take us to look at how we as a company are meeting industry compliance and reliability standards, right? Because this is something that's very near and dear to us, we take very seriously. Here's a quick look and glance at some of the main certs and regulations that we follow and abide by. This is not by any means an exhaustive list. So if you do have time, I do recommend you take a look at our Security and Trust Center link that's at the bottom of this slide. It will give you that more blown out view of everything that we support. Just know if something that is near and dear to you with regards to certifications or regulations are not listed there, we are great listeners, right? So if you do tell us that there's one that you need to get this across the line and drive further success for your business, do let us know, right? And we could possibly add it to the roadmap and prioritize it in. So just wanted to cover that there. And that's everything that I had here today. So before we jump into the Q&A, as I mentioned at the start of the call, I realize we got 5 minutes left, so I'll be quick. Want to launch a quick poll. If you could please take a second to complete it and fill it out, it would be very important and appreciated by us. Again, that's what we're going to take the live feedback and continue to iterate and mold these to be better and better each time, right? So don't hold back. Full honesty is very appreciated. So I'll hit hold here and we'll take a look at the questions as they come in here. And Larry, as the folks are filling out the poll here, we did have a question come in from Sean, and he was asking, do you have any agent in South Korea?
No. But as at this moment, South Korea, some customer from South Korea has contacted me to do the business. If you want to connect me, please send an email for me.
And then one thing while we're going through the questions here, I did want to, as I did share earlier, right? We do have case studies on this on the website. Recordings of this and materials will be shared afterwards, right? So you'll have that in your back pocket. But a lot of the themes we covered throughout the presentation here, the webinar, everything's well documented. So if you do visit our website, do have a constant flow of blogs. We do have very active communities in both GitHub, in Discord. So do recommend that you join those to keep your fingers on the pulse and know the latest and greatest what we have coming down the pike. And so with that too, saw another question come in. Larry, Sean will connect with you. So thank you, Sean. Someone asked, I guess under the EMQ lens here, besides enabling AI applications, does EMQ have plans to fold AI into its products? Yes, the simple answer there is, we, like many other companies out there, see the value and benefit of AI, right? So we do have plans. I won't get into those too deeply here, but what I can say is where it's being applied today, right? So we do currently have an AI instance in our documentation site. So if you do need help looking through our documentation to find what you need, there is an assistant there to help you through that. And then on the support side, we do have AI as a support troubleshooting tool, right? So you can have it run diagnostics, help you backtrack and find issues in real time. So it cuts back some of that manual legwork that would be involved with, just an engineer or a developer working on that. And the other, I guess the last relevant point is our built-in connectors for different models, right? So obviously GTP4 is on there, looking to do integrations with DeepSeek and as well as Grok 3, which Elon recently announced. So any of the leading ones that come out to the market, we're trying to make sure that we have tie-ins for those. Another question from Joyce came in. Thank you, Joyce. Does the ASR happen in the toy and then the message sent as payload through MQTT? Larry, do you want to take that one? And I'll read it again.
Okay. I know. Yeah. The ASR result sent by the MQTT, but the audio stream sent by a WebSocket or UDP or TCP stream. Okay.
I realize we're out of time here, so I'll pick one more question. Sorry if we didn't get to all the questions. We will follow up with you afterwards. Last question was how, and this is again for you, Larry, it seems, how does FoloToy handle privacy and are conversations stored, right? Or is everything processed in real time without retention? Because my understanding is that sometimes messages are stored just like GTP4 instances for context, right? So I guess the question is how that's managed.
Okay, the first some toys has a wake-up module. We just process the audio on the toy in the toy. When the toy working, they send the audio stream to a server. We save the conversation on our server and in the database. We use some security security methods to protect our data. And okay, that's all.
Great. Okay, hope that answered the question. I realize we're out of time here, everybody. So did want to thank you again, Larry, for joining us today and taking us through FoloToy. Love to see the products that you're rolling out. Apologies, everyone, at the start of the call with the technical difficulties we encountered. We'll be sure to button that up and make sure it doesn't happen for future instances. And I guess one last closing comment, do realize that there are a lot of options for taking time out of your day to learn and join in. So we do value and appreciate your time in choosing to join us and listen to what we have to say. So thank you, and we hope to see you again next time. So thank you, everybody.